Back at the Lake of Tears garrison, we've dealt with all the forest's problems in the last episode by putting out the fire, getting rid of the blight, and earlier we kind of exiled some giants again. So let's see if Nadaj has anything to say. And she says it's good news. Okay, she has something else she wants us to do, and I mean, you can say more or less we have no choice. We gotta talk to the Woodman. And Nadaj is accusing Dalenka of being a Durthan spy. As was explained earlier, Durthans are renegade witches, and so, you know, you can ask her about that. And you can ask how she knows, and it's because she's here as an observer. And you could say, well, I could go report it. And she says, we got to do something about it now. How about I go and stab her? And more or less she tells you that you're going to have to talk the berserkers into rebelling. And, well, rebelling is not really our thing. And frankly, I'm not really that concerned about getting involved in their politics. So... And so instead she argues that we are the cause of the attacks on the forest, and all the berserkers attack us. And there are a couple of them. They're not real hard, but guess we're going to have to kill them. Sorry, guys. They do have quite a few hit points.
No match for me.
So we'll open up with Vampiric Feast to try and... I actually only killed one of them, but, you know, did some substantial damage.
Rio, Voco. Rio, Voco.
They're actually not that easy. They've already taken down all my mirror images, so I'm going to have to quickly recast them.
Rio, Voco.
And that takes care of two of them so far. Alright, well, we're down to just this one last guy. I mean, if he had any sense, he'd probably surrender at this point, but he's a berserker. He doesn't have any sense. And unfortunately, he's a rogue. Apparently, he's a rogue / berserker. He has evasion, so Flame Arrow is not going to work on him. Nor is anything else that requires a reflex save. So I guess we're just going to have to keep pummeling him with ice storms. We could also use greater missile damage, of course, but for one guy who's not particularly hard, no, why not? I'm just going to use a basic one, though. I'm not going to bother using full power ones. And Dalenka says, you know, what the heck are you doing? You killed everybody. And you can more or less tell Dalenka that Nadaj tricked them. And she said that her last trip into the wood changed her. And apparently there's Dalenka's accusing Nadaj of doing the things that Nadaj was accusing Dalenka of doing. So this is, you know, a little complex. Well, not really. It's just sort of, yeah, it's just them being stupid. Anyways, Dalenka says, you know, she more or less joins up temporarily, which is, I guess, not really what I wanted. I don't think I can... No, I cannot she's considered like a summon. You can't modify her equipment or anything. Oh well. I'll clean up here and then head into the forest. I'll just use the stay command to try and keep her out of the fight. Hopefully she will actually stay back here like I used the companion command to have all of my companions hold back. I don't know if she's actually going to obey. She's not a companion. Also, she may jump up here for the cutscene, which would be annoying, but it's the way this usually works. I don't want her to die during the fight, for sure, but, you know, there's not much I can do about that, really. Back at the tree here, we can see Nadaj hiding under the branches.
Your tasks here are nearly complete. We wish to offer our thanks.
Who is she talking about?
We are the outrage, the fury, the vengeance. We are one. Long have we festered, desiring only to protect, yet bound and suppressed by the one who purports to speak for these woods. He has failed, has faded to nothing. Now we are all that protects. We are the need, the distress, the suffering.
Okay. I think she's talking about replacing the Woodman.
We were threatened. We burned. We wilted. We yielded to parasites. Those same forces that freed us, they encroached upon us. We needed them gone, and you obliged. We are grateful.
Exactly who are we talking to?
She is a shell, a garment worn by the feral instinct of the forest. Ashenwood, I fear, is about to shed this husk, and our blood may soon follow.
We needed a vessel, an instrument, one whose will could be fused to our own. We took the Ethrin. We are the protector. We are the land. We are one.
Okay, well let's see if we can try to free
We ask
Nadaj.
that you help us, that you remove the remaining threat. We ask you to die.
Well, you know, hey. So, Nadaj here, I guess we're just gonna have to kill her. And she's not exactly real strong. Now, there are a bunch of treants that are spawning here. There are also these things called genius loci. More or less this is a boss fight. Yeah, that's what it is. And instead of killing all the other sort of random enemies that spawn up around, you have to knock out these genius loci. The other enemies internally respawn. So if you really felt a burning desire to farm essences or something, you could do so. However, since none of these enemies drop anything but the most basic essences, you'd be here a long time. And frankly, you get plenty, so... I'm just using, you know, fire on trees, of course. Someone's still casting spells at us, but all that's around us is these elementals. I'm gonna just try using Vampiric Feast and see if we can kill him. Well, I killed one. I killed one of the trees, too. This Elder Earth Elemental... Well, let's just finish it off. Someone's casting Avard's Black Tentacles, which is really kind of a random spell. It's not useless. Like Storm of Vengeance, it can be used to sort of paralyze enemies in an area, but it's really noisy, frankly, and it doesn't affect a very large area. So. Unfortunately, it doesn't really tell you how many hit points the Genius Loci have left. I'm just gonna keep throwing fire spells until it, Huh, it didn't damage it. Maybe that means it's dead. Or taken out? I don't know. Ironically, it doesn't look like these trees are susceptible to fire. I mean, they're susceptible to it. It works. But they don't take extra damage from it. Each flame arrow is supposed to do 4d6 damage. And there's still lots of enemies out here, but let's just end this. One locust left. Apparently the one in the center is still active. They're trying to hit me with spells, but nothing's working. Mostly because they're saving throw spells and I have very good saves. So. I'm not actually 100% sure I can hit the Genius Loci with this spell because it targets enemies, and they're not enemies, they're objects. But I'm just going to get rid of this shambling mound just to get rid of it. Dial. Use my scimitar to knock it down. I guess we're just going to have to keep pummeling this tree. All the side ones. Each one of the loci has the ability to summon independently. So if you kill just one of them, the side ones, or you try to take out the main one first, it will you'll end up fighting a lot more of these random crap treants and such. I guess I did as much damage to myself as I did with them with that spell. So we'll just go back to greater fire bursting. There we go.
Towering above you is a vast spirit in the form of a tree, much like Gnarlthorn in shape, only the eyes are different. They are huge and lustrous and brown, shining with a savage awareness.
It is him.
A wind rises across the surrounding trees, like the first breath of some reawakening god. The mouth of the tree spirit opens soundlessly, but a silence is suddenly lifted from the forest. An unnatural quiet that you never realized was there, until now.
Okay. This video is already running long, though, so we'll wait till next time to actually have our nice little chat with the spirit of the wood, the woodman.